So, I don't even know, what to say. I'm really hurt. I'm confused. I don't know. I haven't stalked you, first of all, okay? If you're gonna talk about me, talk about me. All I've done is pop in every couple hours, 8 hours, 5 hours, 12 hours, because I was curious to see how many hours Anderson had been on, because I'd been cheering him on. Before he did his 100-hour live stream, he attempted to do a 72-hour live stream. Now, he got to 21 hours on that one. And in that stream, I was talking to him, everything was fine. I even came up on panel and talked to him a little bit before I got too shy and I left. Nobody on this website knows mine and his history but us. Nobody knows that. Only me and you know that, Haven. And I'm sorry you've been hurt. But what I came in and saw just a minute ago just shocked the heck out of me. Now, I don't typically record things on a screen. I didn't get all mad at you for those disgusting videos you made about me. You act like you're so innocent, like you've never done anything to hurt anybody else, when that's all you've done. All I did was leave for a week. Didn't mention you at all on my new channel. Or actually, it was a troll channel that I had just made as a main one. Got it verified and hooked up to the live stream and all that K Sarah channel. All I did, I abandoned my channel, my main one, my Savang one, for a week. And in that time, your name wasn't mentioned at all. I come back after a week because I didn't say I was leaving permanently. I said I was going to take a break for 6 months to a year, but I didn't need 6 months to a year. After a week, I was fine. I come back and I start checking all my notifications and stuff, and lo and behold, you have people just telling me left and right, Anderson just slaughtered you on many different live streams. I didn't see them and I wasn't there. I don't know if he's had clones come in his room or what. Okay, thank you, Uncle Dale. She just called, so why the hell was she saying her phone's not working? I didn't answer. And what do you mean her phone's not working? What's wrong with it? It's not. So anyway, Anderson, babe, you have made my life a living hell. You took my best years and you made them a living hell. And you made it to where I was a slave and captive, but I loved you. So I always dealt with that abuse. And just so I could get a little bit of that love, because when you were loving, you were amazing. And I dealt with so much, and I still continue to. And nobody on this fucking website, and since you aren't able to, I don't call you Anderson. I've never doxed your number on here. I've never doxed your address. And I haven't sent anything to you or had people knock on your door. That's crazy talk. I don't know if you have a troll in there pretending to be me, because I haven't watched hardly any of that stream, other than when I've popped in the maybe 5 or 6 times that I have, stayed for less than 5 minutes, looked at the board or the numbers written on the wall, left a very nice comment, encouraging, and then I left. And I was being cussed, and I was being thrown out when the day before, when you were trying to do the 72-hour live stream, we were all good. Me and you were fine. I was in there chatting. I was talking. I never know when you're going to turn on me. One day you're fine. The next you're not. And that's the way you've always been with everybody, but especially with me. No, tell her not to call me right now. I'm busy. And so, again, you know, when we first met, Anderson, what did you do? You trolled me into thinking you were Paul's ex, and you got my phone number. And that's when the channel was extremely popular. That's when we were still getting thousands of views per video. I had people calling his work, Paul's work. I had people sending shit to my house. I had people threatening me. I mean, you have no idea. That was when you first met me, and that was in 2010. Remember that? But you get off the hook. I forgave you for that. All those disgusting videos people and things people told me you said, and I didn't watch any of them. I watched half of one where you were like so excited and about finding my new Que Sera Sera account. And I didn't even finish watching that, and it was nothing but negativity. I didn't confront you about it. I just let it go. I just forgave you for it because I did nothing to prompt it. Literally. The whole reason I left was because of, one of the reasons I left is because me and you were fine. We were cool. I was in every single live stream. We were having a good time. And then one day I randomly came in and you viciously attacked me. I still didn't get an apology for that. Do you think, you're not innocent, Anderson. You have to take accountability for your actions too. You have to. But you don't. Whenever you're hurting, it's always, oh, woe is me. I'm hurt. I'm Anderson. Do you not realize what deep hurt you cause me? Even if I don't watch the videos, which I don't, but just knowing they're there and they're the title of them and shit, don't you think that hurts me? And then you tell these crazy people that you don't know as well as me. You don't know anybody on here as well as you do me for as long as you have. And the same goes for me. Stop comparing me to Carey. I'm not the type to fucking call you from different numbers and text you and stuff like she does. I've not done that in God since I was like 20. I don't call you. I wait and let you call me. You know this is true. I don't care what anybody else thinks, but you know this is true. I'm not Liz. Back in the day with our unconventional relationship, I don't know what the hell to call it, when you would say, oh, I'm breaking up with you, Abby, or fuck off or whatever, you're used to being babied by someone that loved you as much as I did. And still do. I would say, no, baby, don't leave. You know, I love you. I blah, blah, blah. I would work to win you back. You saw real quick that Liz ain't willing to do that. So don't group me in with that prostitute either. First of all, she's had way more men at the age of 17 than I have at 28. And no, it's not due to my fucking looks. It's called having dignity and self-respect and not opening your legs or let people finger you when you have a boyfriend just because they gave you a ride. It's not, you know what I was doing at 17? I was fucking doing my schoolwork and loving it and playing on the internet. I never did any of this crazy shit that the woman the crazy, ugly, fat, disgusting woman you fell in love with does. Even Phantom told you that was a bad idea, dude. I told you, not out of jealousy, but out of love, that, hey, babe, guess what? This is a train wreck waiting to happen, and you didn't listen. But you learned the hard way. And every time a woman hurts you, a woman that doesn't mean anything to you, such as Carey, you don't care about her. You hate her. You hate her. You blame her actions and Liz and whoever else. You've always blamed it on me. Anything your first love did to upset you, I would get the brunt of it. I would get the abuse. I would get tortured verbally. It was always me, and I still stuck by you. I didn't stalk you. There were times we went months to a year and a half without talking. You would just disappear. I'd try to call you a few times. You wouldn't answer. And then I'd leave you alone until you came back to me. That's not stalking, Anderson. When you begged me to come be with you, I would have done so if I was such a crazy stalker. You know that's not true. There's two sides to every story, and I'm not going to sit here and explain my side to all these freaks on YouTube, because I know that the only person I'm addressing right now is Anderson. He knows, because it's mine and his past, nobody else's. So anybody else that bothered, can you hear me? Can you guys not even fucking hear me? What is going on? There we go. Hey, Carolyn. So, like I say, I'm not here to point out all the shortcomings and all the evil things you've done to me over the years, Anderson. You know, like that time in 2017, you wrote me that really sweet long message on your Facebook about, oh, how I'm a princess and you love me so much and you can't wait to be with me. You know what? At the time, I thought that was serious, and it made me feel so good. Or like whenever I was in North Carolina in 2017, like my parents lived so far up in the mountains, I had to like fucking go out on the porch in a special spot, and I sat out there in that blistering heat with all those bugs all day and most of the night talking to you. We could talk for hours, and that's a great memory I'll always have. Now you've let bitches and you've let pieces of shit men come between us. People that know nothing about us so other than what you tell them, Anderson. So of course, if I heard the things from a friend that you say to your friends about me, I would think I'm an evil person too. But you try to make me look that way, and you won't let me get a word in edgewise sometimes because you want people to believe that's true when it's not. Literally, the only thing I've done is fucking... Could you hear me? Were you here at the beginning? Do I have to say Anderson? I will. When I first met you, Anderson, you doxed my number. I had people sending shit to my house, people calling Paul's work. That was when this channel had thousands of views on the videos still. It was still extremely popular. That was before Paul died. And literally all I've done, I've not stalked you. Literally in our 10 years, nobody knows our history but us. You're not innocent, Anderson. You've done some horrible things to me. Whenever I left for a week and I abandoned my account, and what did you do? You ended up freaking making all kinds of videos on me. I didn't watch any of them, but just knowing the titles. Don't you think that hurt me? At the time, I had just abandoned my account. You weren't being mentioned at all by me. And I doubt you had clones. But, people try to tear us apart because these trolls and these jealous women who don't understand our history, they probably will try to clone me and come in there and convince you it's me and say shit to you. I don't even know your number by heart. I don't even think I have it in my phone. I never call it. I'm not fucking Carey. I don't text you from random anonymous numbers. And I'm not a prostitute like Liz who cheated on you. Didn't even take her 4 days to move on, dude. I'm the one that stuck by you. Okay? And you were there for me. Sometimes. But most of the time, you weren't. And with your first love, I mean, all of the things you did that she did to you and you didn't like, I got the brunt of it. I was always the one that it was taken out on. Hey, Ambry, baby. No, I'm upset. Please stay and mod for me, darling. But or if you want to, if you're busy, I understand. But, Anderson, you have all these stupid Skype people who don't know anything about me and you, and you just tell them things, and of course they're going to believe you. Of course they're going to call me a piece of shit and tell you to stay away from me. They don't know my side. They don't know the history. Anderson, how can you not remember all the things you've done to me? What? You can't forgive me, but I for freaking releasing a fat video 8 months ago? But you can dox my number, dox my address upon first meeting me, make a million videos telling me you wish I died, making fun of my freaking miscarriages, telling me how much I killed Paul Savang. Right when Paul Savang died, you make tons of videos just mocking me, saying, oh, I wish he deserved to die, ha ha ha. When Paul always liked you, he was always nice to you. I mean, these are just a few examples. And I forgave you for all those. All of the bipolar flipping on me, being okay with me 1 minute. And then I come in, whenever I last talked to you, we were totally cool. I come back in the next day or whatever, and you totally flip out on me, viciously. I forgive you for that. You don't think that hurts me? But yet, you can't forgive me for a fucking fat video? Whenever you got my fucking nudes and released them, I know you say you didn't, but I don't believe you. Because you've always lied to me, Anderson. Haven, you've always lied to me. As much as I love you, you are a compulsive liar, and you know it. You've admitted it. And now that we're not talking privately at all, you got all these people who's giving you their 2 cents, who's warping your brain, who's fucking... And you know what? I am about to start. Since I'm such a stalker, I'm going to show you what that really is. I'm going to fight for your fucking ass. Because I do love you. And you know what? I haven't stalked you at all. And I think that's part of the reason you're upset. Is because you're hurt. You saw how hard I went for Melton. I've never done that to anybody else. Even you. But you know what? I love you enough to where if I'm already going to wear that label, I might as well fight for you. I don't care what you call it. I love you, and if I can forgive you for all the shit you've done, then you need to be able to forgive me for a freaking fat video. I haven't done nearly the amount of things to you that you've done to me over the years, and you know it. Okay? You know this. So here's what started all this morning, guys. He did a 72-hour live stream before he started this 100-hour live stream, okay? And if I'm stalking somebody, Embry Rose, I have no problem admitting it. I've admitted it about Melton 100 times, but I've never stalked Anderson Henderson. Never. And I've put up with so much of his shit. Rarely did I ever get an apology. Sometimes he would, but rarely would I do it. I would have no problem admitting that. I don't care if I'm called a stalker. And I will own up to it if it's true. Absolutely. Because, fuck, I don't, it's just, to me, it's not an insult. To me, it's just not. Especially how casual people use it these days. When I stalk, it's real stalking. And yes, I have really actually stalked that crazy transsexual Milton John. Biggest mistake of my life. So glad he's gone, and so glad I'm over that man. But I never had a relationship with him the way I did with Anderson, our unconventional, whatever he wants to call it. I'm going to call it a relationship because it was. It pretty much was. The most dysfunctional one. But you know what? I stuck by you through all of it, Anderson. And even though you hurt me and all the times I cried, you never cared. I would cry on film and you would make videos laughing about it. And so here's what happened, guys. Before he did his 100-hour live stream, he did a 72-hour live stream. He made it 21 hours. During that live stream, I didn't watch all of it. I can't sit in there and watch all that, even if I wanted to. But I was in there. I was chatting. Everything was fine. I even got on panel and talked to sweet little Anderson for like 15 minutes or so, and then I got real shy and I left. But I came back to the chat and I'd pop in and out and everything was good. Then I come into the 100-hour live stream and all of a sudden it's get the fuck out of here, you're blocked. I thought, okay, I didn't come back. I came back about 8 hours later because I was curious to see how far he had gotten, because he's writing down the number of hours that's passed and he's taping it to his door. So I think I've been in his 100-hour live stream maybe 8 times, and I've stayed for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes each time. And so I haven't watched hardly any of it. I would come in, I was just curious to see how many hours. I would look at the numbers, and then I would comment and say, oh, you're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, you can pull this through, you can see this through, you can do this. I was just encouraging him the entire time, and he was just shunning me each time. That's fine. I have 10 years of that, but that's a big feat, and I'm proud of him. I'm not trying to steal any glory or anything. I'm proud. That's his bipolar paranoia. Embry. But you know what? I don't call you. I don't stalk you. I never have. But you know what, Anderson? If I can find your number, assuming I haven't deleted the damn thing, which I think I have, but I can easily probably try. And actually, no, I don't know how to get it. Until he calls me again, I don't know how to get it. But I am going to fight for you now, because I do love you, and I always have, and you love me, so stop with the bullshit. You can, come on here and act all macho and try to make me look stupid and all this, and I'm not, guys, I know I've said this kind of shit about Melton John, but this is, don't ever, for all of you listening, don't ever put Melton John in the same league as Anderson. Okay? Mine and Anderson's history, it goes way back and is deep. With Melton John, we have a year or two's history, and it was horrible. It was fighting all the time. Back in the day, I would just watch him a few times, but I never really talked to him. I'd leave a comment and stuff and be nice, but I was always up under Anderson, and he was always up under me. We would always video fight and play with each other. We would, I love this man. So if he wants to see the stalking me, boy, I could show him that. But it's not going to be vindictive. It's not going to be evil. It's not going to be to try to get a rise out of him and piss him off the way it was for Melton. It's going to be because he's already making me wear that label. I might as well own up to it. Because I love him and I will fight for him. And yes, he has been used by evil bitches. But in my heart, he knows I'm a good woman. He knows that I've stuck by him through more than any woman ever has. Besides his freaking mother. And, I don't want Melton, Daisy, okay? So don't mention the name in here. I'm just made a point there. All I wanted to do at one point was fuck that old boy. That's it. I wanted to fuck him, and I wanted to bounce. With Anderson, I have put up with more than what any woman would put up with. So what I did, guys, was I came in after about, being awake for 40 minutes or so. I was scrolling online, and I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to, be cussed out or blocked or anything. But I wanted to see how many hours he had passed by. So I woke up, I got ready for the day, brushed my hair, brushed my teeth, washed my face. And I ended up going over there, and I think he had the number 78 or 77 written on the wall, but he was standing up. So it was kind of hard for me to see it. So I had to sit and listen for a little bit because he was standing. Now, I don't know. Can anybody tell me? Because that's probably makes the 9th time I've popped in for less than 10 minutes. The 9th time period that I've popped in his 100-hour live stream, and I have only listened, and every time I've popped in, I haven't even stayed 5, much less 10. We're going to say 5 minutes, and I've bounced. So I don't know what's going on that stream, but it's okay, Daisy. Has he been awake that whole time? Does anybody know if he's slept but kept the camera rolling and didn't count the hours when he slept? Or has he been starting up new streams when he's sleeping or whatever? Is he only counting the hours that he's actually on there streaming and turning it off whenever he has to sleep or whatever, and then getting back up and resuming it and counting the hours that way? I don't know I don't even know the rules. I don't even know what's going on. But I went in there this morning, and I did try to talk, but I think I'm blocked. I said, hey, good morning, glad to see you're still going strong, or something like that. And he started blabbering about something. He sounded wild. He started telling Noodles how he started crying, and he wasn't trolling. These stupid idiots like Phantom think, oh, he's trolling. Phantom is such an asshole. I wish he'd go crawl back under whatever rock he came from, because he needs to support more than just one person. And then Nick and Jesse have been in there every single time I've been in there too. Jesse has, they don't support me like that at all, but they're wanting to give me kidneys. No, I may take them off my Facebook friends list, because it's just weird to be in there. And then Bunny Cha-Cha, every time is she not going to come over here and support me too? I've always been a supporter of hers. Always. And every single time she was in the fucking 72-hour live stream, and I got up on panel and said, hey, I think Butt Jammer is Bunny, and she said, you guessed right, whenever I got back in the chat, and I got too shy, because that little old Igor kid came back on, and it wasn't just me and Anderson anymore, and it kind of ruined it. But when it was me and Anderson, we were talking just fine, but I don't want to, come between, him and his friends or whatever. The one thing about Anderson that I've always done is give him space. He made that very clear to me, and I've always tried my best, and I have succeeded. I know that if I give him space, he's always come back to me. So I don't know what state of mind he's in now, but guys, I went in there, and I'm pretty sure I'm blocked, because Outlandish Behaviors would have said hi to me, and so would have Bunny. But I still left words of encouragement anyway. And, hold on. I'm not talking about fall right now, Gig. I talked about that last night. But yes, dear, I love fall. You're not, well, Carolyn, you don't like him, so why are you even going in there? All you people that don't like him, it's funny how y'all keep going in there. Just leave him alone. See, I have 10 years invested in this man. I have more than 10 years, but for the sake of not getting him riled up about that, I'm just going to stick with the 10 years, even though I know that I've talked to him longer than that. So I have a lot of my youth invested in him. I'm sorry that I got kidney failure and that I don't look as good as I once did. I'm sorry I don't to him. I'm sorry I don't look like a 15 or 16 years old anymore. But you know what? I've been through so much and I am very confident in myself. This is, you have to be. You have to be to love a man like Haven. Okay? And the reason I would go out and be with different men, I've only been with two. In the 10 years I've known him, I fucking dated Paul and I dated Mark. That's it. And each time, when I first met Paul is when I first was kind of talking to Anderson too. Anderson said he had a girlfriend at the time. So then I started getting closer to Paul. That's how me and Paul came to be, or me and Anderson would have been. Now, with Mark, guess what? I was so used to Anderson trolling me that he actually was serious. I found out later on that he was serious, but at the time I thought he was joking and trolling me. And when he asked me out and I said yes, and then after 4 days he fought with me and broke up with me. So, but I never took that seriously. If I thought that he was seriously trying to date me, I would have been totally different. But mine and his relationship has always been so unconventional that half the time, it's taken me years. And half the time, back then I couldn't tell if he was trolling or if he was not. Now I'm much older. I'm very good at discerning. I have known him a very long time. I've dealt with him. There's nothing he can say or do or throw at me to hurt me. Nothing. But here I'm getting to the part that you guys are waiting for, okay? You're wanting to know where all this is coming from and why I'm talking about this. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. But I got to preface it with things first, all right? So, AM, why don't you go ahead and take out this Black Ops? Honey, you got a wrench. You need to take that. I want that person hidden. Anybody that comes in here and thinks they're going to go for Embry Rose, she is going to hide you. She's not going to engage with you. She's going to hide you. Don't be jealous because she's not, giving you attention and pouting. You treated her like shit, so she comes to somebody that she knows cares for their audience, and that's me. And she knows that I care for her. So, Embry, that's why you have a wrench. Not many people get it. The only other person in here right now that has a wrench is Uncle Dale, and that's my real life relative. Alright? So, you guys can fuck straight off. This ain't the Attack Embry show. Okay? Embry is a beautiful woman, much better looking than half those bitches I've seen. Than all of those evil bitches that she was telling me about. And no, she didn't go into detail and didn't name any names for those of you who are so curious. Pieces of shit. Leave her alone. You ain't gonna fuck with her. Get the fuck out of here. Get on my level, people. You don't fuck with people. Stay in your lane. Stay in your corner, you pieces of shit. Don't come over here and dick ride off of me and my coattails on my channel. I don't need to coattail ride anybody. My shit's successful. Do you understand? My shit has been successful since as soon as I stepped on the spot. My fucking shit has always been successful. And I did it on my own with the help of Paul Sylvain. Nobody else. So, Em, you go ahead and you do your thing, babe. Anyway. Look, Geg, you have no idea what Embry's going through. If you did, you wouldn't say that. Then don't block Geg, because I like Geg. But don't attack her. She's a very good girl. Be nice to her, Geg. You be nice. You understand, sir? You be a good boy. What's up? Oh, God, I can't pronounce your name, Phil. So I'm going to call you Phil. Alright, so anyway. I go in today, after loving this man all this shit, he actually is still under the impression that I've somehow doxed him or his number. When he straight out said, like, 4 months ago, that Liz doxed him. Liz took videos of him when they were fighting. That's how serious she fucking loved him. Trying to say that he beat her and shit, but he compares me to that. I've never done that. I've never called cops on men. And I have had the shit beat out of me before. And I still didn't call the cops. Or even file a complaint. Get rid of critical mass. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all, Embry. I'm talking hide. That's a hard block. I'm going to take Bergs' shit. Hard block. Hide from channel. You understand, Miss M? So you can go ahead and hide critical mass. And you thought I was trolling you before, Abby? I don't know who the fuck you are, bitch. But you can get the fuck up on out of here, because as soon as you come in here, Embry's going to put the smack down on you. Bam, just like that. How about that? How do you like that? You like that, cunt? I know, but you know what the joy of using Streamlabs is, little Embry? You know what the joy of it is, darling? Is that even when somebody fucking deletes their comment, I can still see it. Even if you block them or hide them or whatever, it deletes the comment or whatever for you guys. But for me, it stays. It doesn't show that it's been deleted, it stays. So, same whenever somebody tries to retract a message, it stays. That shouldn't have anything in it. No, I kept that cup for a reason. Get this internet Splinter Cell out of here. I don't know who this is. Get them out of here, Embry, and I'll continue. So, get this bitch out of here. This fake fucking Carey. Carey's going through so much right now with her family. How dare anybody impersonate her? Marcus is free to go anytime he wants. This is my apartment. I'm the one that's responsible for it, not him. And I've told him that. Anytime, if you ever feel so inclined to leave, then you're free to go. So, I mean, he's free to go. I don't keep him trapped. He's a free man. So, yeah, just get this, Carey's got a son and family and dealing with things right now. I don't know what that is. It's some cup. Anyway, so basically, whenever I went back into his stream today just to see, it took me a minute because he was standing up, guys. He was standing up, and I wanted to just see the fucking sign. So I'm just sitting here kind of getting impatient after 2 or 3 minutes looking at for the sign, right? And if that is the real Carey, then I don't understand. There's no way it is. That's somebody that they've taken her real name and fucked it up. I was going to say she does have an account that looks like that, but it's spelled differently. So they're just trying to see how they do. Even my friend Carey, they're so jealous of Carey because she's so good looking and she's a hell of a mom. For her to be able to stay online as much as she does, juggle those fucking kids, be sick. She knows what it's like to be sick. And fucking take care of her animals and her man and stuff. That woman, I admire and I look up to her with all my heart. Okay, I wish that I could do half of what she's probably experienced in her life. And like me, even though she's older than me, she's lost husbands. Embry has too. I mean, I don't know if she's ever had a miscarriage. I don't know if she grew up in foster care, but I know that she's had some abuse as a child. But I was abused too, but nowhere near that severity. And I mean, she's a strong woman. I relate to her a lot, and I love her childlikeness, but she's just pray for her and her family right now. They're going through some stuff, and keep them in your thoughts, guys, for sure. But anyway, yeah, that guy, yeah, he'll use it. But anyway, let's stick to the topic, guys. The topic is not Carey and not the fucking equipment gig. The topic is Anderson, because when I went in that room today, he started crying randomly, talking about me. Talking about how much I hurt him and how much I did this and that. And I was shocked. What the hell's he talking about? He said that somebody knocked on his door, that I've sent somebody to his door. I haven't sent nobody to his fucking door. He's saying I gave out his phone number. I don't... Look, the last time I even got a hold of him is when I was doing a live stream and he called me during the middle of it. That's the only way I even got his number. I had it erased from my phone before then. I've never saved it to my phone. Never. And he talked to me for like 5 minutes, and then I didn't even end my stream. And then he asked me to get off of my stream and come back and call him, and I called him, but I didn't get off my stream. I was going to tell him to calm down, and he didn't answer. You know, but I know him, and I left him alone. I haven't called him at all after that. And before that, I didn't call him at all. It had been a year or two since we talked on the phone. So I don't call him. I don't know if... I think I did delete his number. I don't know. No, I don't. Yes, he does have emotions. And, you know, when people get on there and they think that, you know, they only hear his side and stuff, and he's got crazy, evil, stalking bitches that were real evil to him and stuff, and he tries to put, like, he compares the evil that they've done to him, and he takes it out on me, guys, just like with his first love. Now, she was his real love. She was, okay? And then she didn't want him after he finally got to a place in his life where he could possibly, you know, have a family and stuff. And then right before he started going with Liz and stuff, he, you know, he wanted to be with me. And I told him, look, baby, I can't come down there. I have kidney failure. That will take some time. And he was very impatient. And, yes, I have the screenshots and stuff, but, I mean, if he wants, I can fucking upload it to my channel. I have a troll channel called The Real One, and, I can upload it there. I've got some other videos uploaded there that I no longer have on my phone and stuff. I mean, I hate that I've always had to take the brunt of whatever any woman has done to him to hurt him. And I hate that he's lowering himself to the point, because he has nobody like me in his life that was constantly telling him how special he is, how much he's loved, how handsome he is, while overlooking half, if not just about everything that he did. And all them videos and things he's made about me when I abandoned this fucking account for a week and didn't say a word to him or about him. Made it clear before I left that one of the reasons I was leaving is due to the fact that there's too many people cloning me right now. Well, he may have gotten some clones in that time, but I doubt it. It was Noodles who I was afraid would get clones. But, so that's another reason why I left for a week too. Because people are evil. They see that, they know, they can tell when me and Anderson talk that we have a deep past, and they're jealous of that, and they want to come between that. Even though they themselves have families, jobs, kids, they want to neglect all that so they can fucking come, and that is neglecting. If you have a family, kid, husband or boyfriend or girlfriend, a job and whatever, and you go out of your way to troll me or him regarding our past that you know nothing about, the only people that do are me and him, okay? Then you are neglecting your own family, and you ought to feel ashamed. You ought to feel ashamed. Marcus and I are not dating, okay? He's free to go anytime he wants. I've told him that. He chooses to come home to me. That should tell you, no woman in their right, no man, he's a 39, getting ready to be a 39-year-old man. No man, if I was as nearly as bad as Anderson says I am. And again, he's never met me. He can't, Gig, and there is a reason why, and I'm not going to say it. I freaking slipped and said it one time, and I'm still kicking myself in the face for doing that. Because I want to build trust with him again, and I don't think we'll ever get there, because he's everything I told him, he's always told everybody else. And there's not everything, but there's been some important things that I've told about him that I shouldn't have, such as, why he can't travel and stuff. Nobody deserved to know that. That was supposed to be between me and him, and I'm not going to reiterate it, but I don't think nobody knows what I'm talking about anyway. But I do love this man, and I am going to fight for him, because I have never seen Anderson. His fucking name ain't Anderson. I've never seen Haven so depressed as he is now. I thought it was a horrible idea, and so did his first love. We talked about this. I thought that it was a horrible idea for him to move out of his mother's house. He had a good thing there. Now he's in this unfurnished apartment. He's depressed. He's online all day talking to all these freaks that don't give two fucks about him. And he's always been the type of man to push the people he loves away so that he does, or, pick fights with them or whatever, so that, he doesn't have to feel as though he's, he doesn't feel obligated to be there for them. He's always been that way. If you want to be with him, you have to fight for him, okay? And I can tell, I'll tell you right now, if I truly in my heart, as long as I've known him, if I truly in my heart thought for 1 second that even 1 ounce of him really wishes I'd die and doesn't want me to be on this earth, then I'd totally just leave the man alone. I've never stalked him, but I know him so fucking well that I know that isn't the case. Okay? And so whenever he's hurt. All I want is for him to stop blaming me for stuff that bitches that barely fucking know him, barely don't even have 2 or 3 years of trying to be with him, like I have 10. Okay? And being I'm not talking just romantically. I'm talking as a friend, as a support system. You know what I mean? I don't like being blamed for those dumb bitches' mistakes or their mental illness, or how they wanted to use him for money, or how they wanted to use him for a place to stay, or how they went out and cheated on him, all the while calling him up, asking him to come pick them up. He has stooped so low, and his self-esteem is so low, that when he does this shit to me, I just want to hold him. I want to hug him. I want to tell him I'm so sorry that he's hurting. I mean, he needs that. And I've always been the one to be there to give that to him. Yes, we fought. People fight. Especially when there's passion. Especially when they're passionate about something. When they care about somebody. They're going to fight for it. And I guess I gave up on him. And ever since I started going for Melton, and that drives him insane. It drives him insane. Why do you think every time I've left, or every time, or I don't come around for a while, he's like, oh, where's Abby been? People ask me that, Abby Anderson's asking where you're at, and then I go over and I watch some of his shit, and he's like, Abby, who fell in love with a tranny who sucks off Taco Bell trends in bathrooms, and who sucks off he always does that. He will never let me live that down. But he's talked to 1 million women. Even when we were dating for 4 days, I guarantee you he was fucking talking to 1 million women. And I wasn't taking that seriously. And how could I, Anderson, whenever you would do what you do, which is love me 1 minute, troll me the next. And that was still before I could even really decipher whether you were trolling or not. Now I've got it pretty down pat. Okay? But the point is that I went into his goddamn stream for the 9th time. I stayed less than 5 minutes. or less than 10 minutes, because he was standing up. I just wanted to see the number, say good job, and bounce like I had done the other 8 times, right? But he was standing up. So I had to sit there and listen. And all of a sudden, he started talking about me. And he started crying, saying how he started laughing at me for having a dead child, saying that my genes must be weak because of that. No, you want to know how I lost that baby? Is because I have never had protected sex. I can count the number of men I've been with on one hand, and technically 2 of them shouldn't even count. Okay? I have no STDs. All right? I get checked for those things after a relationship ends, or after I sleep with a man, before I go on to another one. That way I can't just be like, oh, so-and-so, you gave me this. That way I know exactly who gave me what. And I have nothing. I'm clean. And I'm old-timey, I'm old-fashioned. I believe that if you're going to have sex with somebody, you need to have the intent of being with them, of being in a relationship. So naturally, when I turned 21, naturally, just that alone, you don't, I've been married, and we just never had a baby, so I didn't think it would ever happen for me, even though I can, okay? It ain't because my genes and shit are bad. The reason I lost my baby is because of this, guys, okay? I'm just going to tell you the truth. When I turned 21, Paul died not even a month before I turned 21. So we were going to go to Vegas, okay? Well, obviously, my husband died, so I was grieving. It took me about 1.5 years to get back on my feet again and stop grieving. The way I knew that I was finished grieving, and keep in mind, Anderson's making fun of me, my dead husband, and my grieving this entire time. The way I knew I was over grieving is that instead of, whenever I thought of Paul's death, instead of being sad about it and wanting him to be with me, I was happy that he was out of his pain and misery. And I thought to myself, man, it's really selfish of me to think, oh, Paul should be back here with me, when I know he was saved. Okay? And the things he was seeing and talking about before he died was confirmation for me that my husband's in heaven with Jesus Christ. There's nothing better. Okay? So when I selfishly freaking when I started thinking of my husband, and instead of thinking, oh, I'm so sad, I wish he was with me, instead, when I think about him, I think, oh, I'm glad he's happier, he's in a better place, he's peaceful. And then, I was at peace. And not only that, but my lifestyle reflected it, right? So I was working, I had gotten my own place, I, had a nice car and all that, and everything was good, So it took 1.5 years. And then, me and Anderson were talking at that time, and that is when I seriously wanted to be with Haven. I wanted to move him up here. At the time, I didn't know why he couldn't travel, because he never told me until years later. Like, he didn't tell me that until like 2 years ago. But anyway, I wanted to be with him seriously during that time, after that 1.5 years. Okay? So he did the whole trolling me thing, which I found out later it was not trolling at all. And had I known that, again, I would have taken that seriously, that dating thing when he asked me out, whatever. But I didn't, because I thought he was trolling me. And so, of course, he broke up with me after 4 days, which was typical. And I said, you know what, Anderson, I know you were trolling me the whole time anyway. So it doesn't, it's fine, And he's like, you're right, bitch, I was trolling you, blah, blah, blah. And then I found out years later he wasn't. So this was probably like in May. Or no, June. It was late May. Mid to late May, okay, of 2014 is when I really was ready to settle down with Anderson. Now, he dumped me, whatever. I didn't take it seriously. He said it was a joke at the time, too. So then I started praying for a good man, and I found Marcus, and I asked him out, and he's been everything I've wanted and more. Okay? I've made it clear to him that he's no prisoner in my home. He can leave anytime he wants. That, he's helped me with money and stuff, but you got to understand, he lives there too. It's not just me. Some bills, like the internet, I don't even fucking use. He uses that. I use data for everything. But Rose, yeah, she gets me. That's fucking disgusting, Gag. Took me over 2 years to grieve, but I'm finally moving on. I hear you. No, it was a little. I understand what you're talking about. So anyway, I dated Marcus, and then he got all pissed about that, and I'm like, you didn't want me, but then, 2 years ago, he finally wanted to be with me in real life, okay? But I had already been diagnosed with kidney failure. I'd already been on dialysis for about a year at that point. And I couldn't just drop everything and leave. And he didn't want to wait. So, and I mean, would you, knowing the little bit of history that you do, what you guys know, the tiny little bit, and then, I had a lot of thinking to do, and he wouldn't wait. Plus, me and him have never really been, but we've never really tried. He's come on to me before, but I've never, I've been too shy to reciprocate it sometimes because girls are like that with men they love. With men they don't love, for me anyway, I can be flirty and whatever, but if I get shy around men I love because I'm just not that there are many, fuck. But, how it is, ladies, when, a guy you really love comes on to you, and then he's come on, babe, why aren't you reciprocating or whatever, and you just have to be, you're just thinking to yourself, oh, I can't get in the headspace, I can't get in the mood, because all you're doing is, pushing me to talk dirty or whatever, but I'm not in the mood. You're in the mood, but I'm not, and you're not doing anything to get me in the mood. And I'm just wondering, oh, does he think I look ugly? Does he think I look this? Does he think I look like that? That's how women think whenever they're, trying to even have, cyber sex with somebody they really love, So that's why it was always hard for me to connect with him on that level. That's why with people like Ramhat, there was no emotions there. I felt nothing for him. I didn't give two fucks about him. I just thought he was hot. So the couple times I had e-sex with him, it was a long time ago, and it was, I was comfortable because I didn't give a shit if he thought I was ugly or whatever. As long as I got off, that's all I cared about. See the difference, lady? And you ladies know what I'm talking about. But here's how I lost my baby. So, excuse me. So I had basically never had protected sex, right? And I didn't get to celebrate my 21st birthday. So when I turned 22, I didn't really celebrate either. Then I met Marcus, and we started dating. Well, Marcus liked to party, so he would like to go to bars, and he would introduce me to his friends and stuff. And I was going to bars every weekend, okay? For about 6 months. Now, me and him were actively having sex, and it took us about 1.5 years to conceive. So, but I didn't, during that time, I had been disappointed so many times. I had bought so many fucking pregnancy tests because we were, I was really trying to have a kid, because at that point in my life, I thought, well, Anderson never wants to be with me. He made that clear. Paul's dead. I prayed for God to give me what I want in a man, and here he is. So, we were really doing it. So you got to understand, as a woman, and I had a full-time job, and, I had never had protected sex, so all I did was buy, after like a year of buying fucking pregnancy tests and fucking taking them all the time, I must have spent hundreds of dollars on them. And just to see them always pop up negative, I kind of stopped thinking about it, and I would just have sex at my leisure, and I thought, well, I'm never going to get pregnant, So, but then, so I was, going to the bars sometimes, and all of a sudden, a freaking baby fell out of me, and I couldn't have been more than a month or two along. I couldn't have been, because, I just couldn't have been. But me going to the bar, I think, is what killed the child. But again, this was like a year and a half into us fucking and me having just regular sex and, like, trying for this baby. I tried so hard. And then, like, I kept taking tons of pregnancy tests, and they were always negative, so I thought, fuck, it's never going to be. Even though Marcus is strong and young and pure and everything else, like, I don't understand that. But maybe my kidneys were failing at the time, too. I think that could have been a part of it, too. But then again, I don't really think that would have affected it, because women have beautiful, healthy babies on dialysis all the time, especially up in Canada. I'm 99 miles from Canada. Canada treats, in the USA, they tell women who are on dialysis don't get pregnant. In Canada, they have such a better fucking, like, treatment options for women who are pregnant. They don't make you go to a facility 6 to 7 days a week and run 3 or 4 hours at a time, which is really, really a short amount of time, and so it's harder on your body. In Canada, they, like, have special wards for pregnant women who are on dialysis. They get more than enough dialysis they need, but it isn't as hard on their bodies, because hell, you got a human being growing inside you. Dialysis wipes you out alone, so I can't imagine how pregnancy would. But in Canada, they treat the mothers a lot better. They don't tell the mothers, oh, you should abort it, you should get rid of it. And the mothers have healthy babies. So if I get fucking pregnant, I'm going to go straight up to Canada. I know I can easily get a passport, and I'll just fucking have my dialysis there. I have people in Paul's family who I still talk to and am close to, who I won't say I'm close to them, but I know that if I ever came to Canada, they'd let me stay with them. Okay? Or, depending on, I could research just the closest dialysis fucking facility, and I could drive that 100 miles every 3 days a week. I love driving. Sure. So, but, unless I find, I'm not looking for a relationship. I love myself. I'm happy with who I am. And after being treated all these different ways, I just don't want to start over right now. I want to do other things with my life. So if it happens, it happens. But you ever heard that old saying, love, you'll find love when you least expect it. When you're seeking it out and you're searching for love, you're usually going to get into a relationship with the wrong person, and it's going to fail. Okay? If you are actively looking for it, it's not good. It usually fails. Okay? So I'm just not looking for it. If it happens, it happens. Oh, I got to get Mark's attention. Oh, that ain't Mark. Okay. Anyway, so I went into Anderson's, and I just wanted to see the board. That's it. And say, great job, and leave. And then he started fucking crying. And he wasn't trolling. He was legit. And I recorded it because I'm going to watch it. And I'm not going to stay away from him now. I've been staying away from him and leaving him alone. And he's done nothing but sink deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. And when I see him, I want to fucking save him, because I'm the only woman that can put up with him and still love him and not, like, hold a chip on my shoulder and be all bitter and hardened of my heart and, be vindictive to him. I have no ill will toward him. He is in a bad place right now. He shouldn't be depriving himself of sleep. of sleep. Because he's under the impression, I heard him say something like, I've doxed his number in the live stream alone. I don't even know what his number is. I don't even know if I have it in my phone still. I haven't doxed his number. I don't know. I didn't dox his address. He said I doxed his address in the live stream, in that 100-hour live stream. No, the fuck I didn't. I've never doxed him. But he did say, like, Liz doxed him somewhere a while back, so maybe somebody was cloning me or something, and I don't know, because, I mean, I wasn't in there. But maybe they got it from her, or whenever she doxed it, you know, they found it, and they fucking, came in there and started putting his address. I don't know. But then he started saying crazy stuff, like I was sending somebody to his door or sending stuff to his door. I've never in a million years would I just send people to his door. Who the hell am I going to send to his door? I'd like for him to tell me what that's about. He has PTSD, and he has bipolar really bad. And the poor thing has depression too. And all these other women are just so out to get him. And I do see it. I see it. And they've told me this. These bitches have told it to me. But I just try to calm them down, say, no, trust me, even though he may be, real mean and hardcore on the outside, on the inside, he's an angel, just please. Just, he hurts enough. That's why he tries to take out his hurt on others, is because he wants others to feel pain like he feels like. And let's not contribute to it. Let's try to help him, Like, I've never been the type of woman to, like, always want to get back at him and be real vindictive. I've always loved him. I've always welcomed him with open arms. And you know what else? And I'm sitting here making a stream saying this to a man that not even an hour ago told me, I was listening, and he said, he kept screaming. He kept screaming, saying how much he wants me to die, and he laughed at my miscarriage again, and he just kept saying he wants me to die, he wants me to die, he wants me to die, and he's going to be so happy when I die. And he's crying, too. Like, he's not in a good place. He doesn't mean any of that. In his heart, he doesn't mean it. He'll say he does, guys. But I know him so well. I know him better than he knows himself. And I say that because he told me that. He's told me that many times. He said it on film. Oh my gosh. And he fucking is realizing there is no replacing Abby. There is no, oh, you're going to be the next Abby. There's only one. He's learned the hard way. You can't replace me. But he shouldn't be looking for... He's never going to find the kind of loyalty that I've given him and the shit I've put up with in another woman. That's why he's comparing them to me. He wants them to be like that, but they can't be like that. Because they don't have a 10-year history with him. That takes years to build that. They don't love him to the point they're willing to, like, make videos after being told, I hate you, I want you to die. I mean, that means, like, that they actually get affected by that when he says that to them. There is only one way he could hurt me, and I'll never tell him what it is. But because he'll do it. But with his words and his actions behind that computer screen, there's nothing I haven't already seen, guys. I've dealt with it over and over and over. And it's usually when he's hurting the most, okay? Or when he's just in a bipolar. He's, I don't, from what I understood him, whenever I talked to him about it in the past, when he gets in these moods, he's either real high, and I don't mean like doped up. I mean like, he said that he's like a high, and it gets real, and he dips into these lows. And it can last for weeks. He dips into these depressive episodes for weeks. And, I mean, he's in that apartment all alone in a beautiful summer out there in West Virginia. He used to tan in the summer. Now he doesn't tan. He doesn't look tan at all. He used to get this cute little farmer's tan and stuff. And now he doesn't tan at all. That tells me he's not going outside. I know he doesn't have a car. So I don't like that he's going to Taco Bell and all that. I want him to go back to his mom's and get off of crazy YouTube and all these people that don't know anything about his relationship with anybody. Only he does at the end of the day. Only he and that person does. So I don't even know what he's doing. If he's just trying to pass the time, if he's trying to prove to himself he can do this. I don't know why he's doing this. But I wish the best for him. I'm proud of him no matter how long he makes it. When he did the 72-hour live stream, I was a part of it. I wasn't watching it the whole time, but I was welcome, and we were all talking and having a good time. And he's like, at one point, he asked everybody, he said, do you guys believe I'll make it 72 hours? Now, he had just taken a swig of Jack Daniels and hit a bong. So, based on that alone, I said, no, I don't think you'll make it 72 hours, but I'm rooting for you to make it 26. And he had 10 hours to go, or 11 hours to go at that point, guys, to make it to 26. And then I fell asleep and had to do my shower and fell asleep and did my own thing. And by the time I was done with the day, he made it 21 hours. And I was real proud of him. And then all of a sudden, he's starting another one for 100. And by the way, I'm the one. If you ever see me do long live streams, don't think I'm copying you, Anderson, because I have a live stream on my page right now that's 9 hours. 9 hours. So I myself, and that's just straight, no breaks, nothing, just straight talking, 9 hours. So if I ever decide to do one of those again, don't think I'm copying you, because I did it before you did. If you want to see it, I can, put it, if I don't, it's not privatized, I can just, just go through my videos, you'll see it. It's 9 hours. It's like months ago I did this. But he's like, tell him, just be there, support him, guys, be supportive of him when he, just tell him how great he is, try to get his mind off of it, I don't want him to sit and linger on things that stupid bitches have done to him and then watch him turn around and blame it on me and wish I would die. Like, do you see, like, when you truly don't care for somebody, you feel indifferent toward them. You don't hate them, okay? But I do know Anderson well enough that I know he does hate this particular woman, but I'm not going to say her name, but and this is something that his first love taught me, a woman that knows him just as well as I do. She said, he talks about you because he loves you, and I know he does, I know he does. But he talks about one woman sometimes that I know he doesn't love her. I know it's the opposite. He hates her. I mean, he really hates her. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that, I'm not stalking him. I never have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to really fight for this dude. I am going to start trying to call him if I can find his number. I don't know if I still have it or not. But I am going to fight for him. I'm going to, come in. I'm not going to bug him in his streams or troll him in his streams. That's not the way to go about it. But, I'll call him once or twice just to let him know, and I won't give up on him. I'll make him streams. I'll tell him that I love him. Because, Haven, you know that I love you. And I'm sorry you're hurting. I'm sorry that you feel the need to take it out on people. That's the way you've always been. But you've got to understand, honey, that you're no innocent angel. You've done a lot of stuff too, Haven. You've done way more horrible things to me than I could ever do to you. Ever. And I'm sorry that, you thought you could make some other woman into the next Abby. You learn the hard way that you can't. And you messed up by comparing them to me in the first place. If you're going to date a woman, don't compare her to any other woman. Okay? Just date her and love her. But you, sir, you don't need to be dating anybody. You need to work on focusing on loving yourself first, Haven. Because all you're ever going to be is miserable if you keep seeking some random bitch, to fucking fill the void in your heart. Because they're not all going to stand by you and take your shit like I've done. In fact, I've known you for this long decade, and I'm looking around here and I don't see anybody that's done it. Okay? But me. And I'm the only woman that would ever put up with you in that way. Now, I must be doing something right in my real life for Marcus not to leave, because he's free to go anytime he wants. And ever since me and him had that talk, took me a year to get him to sit down and actually communicate. Now I realize, and, things are, like, for instance, I know now that the reason he would often just walk out is not because he was just being selfish or cowardly or, like I thought he was. It was because he didn't want to say something he didn't mean in the heat of the moment. He didn't want to hurt me. That's very mature of him. And now I wish he would have told me that years ago. But now that I know, now I don't feel hurt or upset. It's all about communication. You've got to communicate. And Anderson, the more you hide, the more you run away, the more you talk shit behind that computer screen, most of it I don't even see. That's going to do nothing for you, dude. It's just going to make you even more miserable. Because in your heart, you're not being fulfilled. Your needs aren't being met. And nobody on here is meeting them. Nobody on your channels help meeting your needs. You got to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. But your self-esteem is so low that I don't know. But I won't give up on you. I'll always be here. I'm not going to stalk you, I never have. I don't have time for that. I don't feel the urge to do that, but I am going to, make it clear that I'm here for you. I welcome you with open arms. I'll always be here for you, even if you just need somebody to listen or whatever, and that's it. Like, that's it, And I do hope one day that you're happy. That's all I've ever wanted for you, dude. I've wanted you to be happy because ever since I've known you, you have been so miserable and so sick. But he's come a long way, guys. And, when he talks about me and stuff, let it roll in one ear and out the other. He's hurting. He doesn't mean that shit. He may think he does, but in the heat of the moment, but I can't tell you how many times over these years he said the exact same stuff I saw him say before I bounced and started this live stream. And then he'll come back crying and saying he's sorry, that he knows that I know he doesn't mean any of that. And of course I know you don't mean any of that, Anderson. Of course I know. He takes death really seriously. I mean, he's not this evil person. He really is a good-hearted man underneath it all. But he's just very sick. And he needs to love himself. And he needs somebody like me. But not me. Somebody that can, put up with him and understand him the way I do. But that can be his romantic partner. That's what he needs. Aside from loving himself, And as long as he stays cooped up in that apartment by himself with all these stupid Skype freaks, he's never going to progress at all in his life. Never. I wish he would wake up, shower, shave, put on some clean clothes and go for a jog or a walk, build up his stamina. Come home, lift some weights, watch some you know, something productive on YouTube. You know, do productive things. And then have your leisure time. Don't sit and, you know, go get Taco Bell every day and then come on here and fucking deprive yourself of sleep and talk to a bunch of freaks about me and others, and, you know, and that don't know anything about your relationship. You need to be getting closure, dude, from these women. You need to talk to them and get closure from them. And you need to, if they won't give you that, then you need to just let them go. Like, stop comparing every woman you try to have a relationship with to other women who have hurt you. And stop acting like you haven't done anything wrong and that you haven't ever hurt anybody. Own up to the fact that you hurt people badly. They may not show it, but it still hurts. What do you think? You're going to get a free pass with every woman like you do me? No woman's going to put up with that shit. I'm the only one. So, I love you. I want nothing more than for you to be happy. And that's all I got to say about him, guys. You gotta love yourself. That's right, Geg. That's right. Embry, are you still here? Geg says, I'm talking about how crappy your lawn is, Bergs. It's not the real Bergs. I'm going to show up and do a landscape renovation on Berg's house, North Bend. Sent money to make it happen. Love yourself, hun. That's the world in a nutshell. She's here. Embry's here. Good. Advil head stomp. Go away. Geg is funny. I adore you, Geg. Please come do some landscaping at my house. I don't know Berg's parents. I saw a video about Kitten Cat uploaded, and it was of Berg's father, and I could hear Berg's father screaming at him, saying, I can't stand you. And Berg's like, being a little bitch. So all I did was ask in the comments, what is Berg's father saying? Because I couldn't understand it at all. And all Kitty Cat told me was, I could hear him. Berg's father at one point in the video said he couldn't stand Berg's. Berg's, your own father can't stand you, dude. And this wasn't edited. This was that crazy son of a bitch, Berg, standing up, coming on here wanting everybody's money, but going about getting it by telling people, hard block. You know what, Em? Hard block on Geg. Hard block. Everybody gets a hard block. You know how he gets like that? That disgusting, drunken evilness. When he mixes Xanax with liquor and he gets to be like that. You can't mix those things. So, look at this, Geg. Please help us, Geg. And you know what? Hard block on Advil. You know what, Advil? You aren't who I think you are. You're an asshole. So what I'm going to do is hide you permanently. I want him hidden. Get her out of here. Will you please hide Advil Head Stomp from my page? Thank you, darling. So, we're going to go. I got to take Marcus's food because he's going to, he's already got to go to work, and Here's my lawn. Doesn't it look great? Can you help this, Geg? And then look at that. Sorry. Babe? Ah! I just dropped that box. Here you go. I'll pick it up. Yeah. You off today?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. What is today, Sunday?
Yeah.
Cool. So is this your new day off or just for this week? Oh, okay. Alright, well. You got cod?
What?
You okay? What's the matter, Mark? What's the matter, honey? Oh, are you losing at that? I'm sorry that you're losing at your game. Don't be bitter at me over it, dear. You just wanted the sandwich, right, Marcus? Because that's what I got. Because last time when I got you the potatoes and the drink, you told me not to. You said you just wanted the sandwich. So I got you the sandwich. It took them forever because they were finishing breakfast. No, it took them about 20 minutes because they were finishing breakfast. And I tried to text you and I called you, but you're probably asleep. And okay, I figured you were, because I wanted to ask you, if they wouldn't make it for me, because by the time I got there it was like 10:19. Then what else do you want? And you didn't answer, so I had to get the manager and really beg them to please make that. And so yeah, it was hard to get that sandwich, especially when you sent me out so late. Yeah, it wasn't easy, babe. I'm sorry you're losing. I didn't know today was his day off. So the fact that I'm live streaming instead of being in there, spending time with him, pisses him off too. That's why he's fucking pissed. That's the real reason why he's pissed off. That's why he's like, are you live streaming? He doesn't like that. But I didn't know today was his fucking day off, or I'd be in there spending time with him. But my car is cranked. So anyway, and here I am wasting my time talking about Anderson, who's over there wishing me death and shit, when I've been nothing but supportive. And little Marcus is in there finally got a day off, wanting me to spend time with him. And I'm out here just fucking around. So anyway, but you know what? What else is new? I've invested so much time in this guy. So anyway, that's all I got to say about Anderson. We can move on now, guys. So if anybody is in here and you're listening just to hear me talk about Anderson, you can exit. Anyway, Miss Embry and Gay. Gag, honey, I know you're older and I know that you're into all this stuff, and by all means talk about it if you want to. I enjoy your company, but just understand that I'm not into landscaping. I'm not into property. I rent a room in a house, so I don't relate to any of those interests. So I appreciate anything you say because I do like you and I enjoy your company and I appreciate you being in here. But please just don't ever get mad at me for not, like, knowing what to say, like, in response. Like, what am I supposed to say, Geg, when you say stuff like, I've actually been looking at a property in Glens Ferry? Great, wonderful, like, that's awesome, but I don't really, like, you know what I mean, Geg? Our lifestyles are so different. We're, the age is so different. We're not going to have a lot in common, but I appreciate you as my friend, and I just hope that you don't feel like, like, why isn't she, why is she glossing over my comments or whatever, because that's not the case at all, I just don't really know what else to say, because I don't relate to those things at all. I saw that. I fear for his parents' honestly. What are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about Anderson? Well, only his mother's alive, and she does love him. They have a good relationship. Last time I knew, the last thing I know they did. And, I think that Anderson is still really hurting over Liz. I do. I tried my best while being supportive, to let him know, please be careful. Don't give it your all, because when he falls hard, but he also is quick to kick a bitch to the curb. So I knew this young woman was way too young for him, way too immature for him, and completely manipulative. When I saw her lie to his face about just having lunch because she wasn't with his ass, wasn't with your ass, just so ghetto and stupid. And Anderson thought he could save that when no, Anderson, no. He shouldn't want to be in a relationship where he has to save somebody when he himself is a train wreck. He should want to be in a relationship because he loves the other person. The other person has spent a lot of time and proven theirself to him by, not getting mad at all the crazy, evil shit he's done to them, while glossing over the fact that he, does all these crazy evil shits to them, and still can love him and welcome him and deal with him. And it's going to take a woman like me to do that. Not me, but like me. A woman that loves herself. A woman that's young. A woman that, is good looking. And I know that he doesn't find me attractive, but I'm very attractive, and I know I am. And, proof is kind of in the pudding. I get hit on a lot, especially when I fix up. That's part of the reason I don't like to go out looking real decked out a lot. I don't like being looked at and stuff. I like to be left alone, And, but he needs a woman that he's attracted to, that he, that has all those same qualities and is able to put up with him. The thing is, no, but I don't think he's ever going to find that. And I think I'm the only one. So far, in 10 years, I'm the only one that's put up with him. And I think I'm the only one that ever will. So, I just hope he's okay. I just want him to be happy at the end of the day. And I hope he doesn't run into another relationship, because he always ends up getting hurt. And I tried to be supportive of him and Liz, but at the same time, I straight up saw a million red flags. I told him as nicely as I could, this will not last. She felt as though I was a threat. I don't understand. She didn't feel as though Carey was a threat. She didn't feel as though any of these other women were a threat. But for me, for some reason, she felt as though I was a threat to her relationship with him, even though all I did was support it. Now, there was a few times she popped her little mouth off at me, and I put her back in her fucking place, and she didn't do it much after that. Now, could I have contacted this chick? Sure. Did I contact her? Fuck no. Why would I have no, that's none of my business, at the end of the day. So, but I saw those red flags coming. And for the person that loves in a relationship, if one person really loves the other and the other one doesn't reciprocate that love as much, the one who doesn't love as much will always have the upper hand because they don't care. Hence her cheating and her prostituting and all that. And I saw that coming. That's why, I would laugh when people would ask me, are you jealous of Liz? No, I'm not jealous of Liz. I found her entertaining. Found her very annoying, but I found her kind of entertaining too. But I knew that was a train wreck. I knew that wouldn't last. And I hope to God that he doesn't make that kind of mistake again, because he's very sheltered, guys. Anderson's had a very sheltered life. I can't think of one tragic thing he's been through. I really can't. So when he doesn't know just how evil women are. So when he throws himself at these crazy women and he falls head over heels for them, it's so unhealthy. And it's toxic. God bless him. Hopefully he'll use this as a lesson to love himself first. Don't worry about other bitches. Love yourself, Anderson. At the end of the day, I don't give two fucks about anybody if I don't give a fuck about myself. I love myself, therefore I have love to give other people. But if I didn't have love for myself, and I was very insecure the way you are, there's no way I'd ever have a successful friendship or relationship with anybody. And I definitely wouldn't seek that to fill the void in my heart. And there's just one thing that I want from Anderson, and it's like my dying wish. Never, ever become an alcoholic. I never, ever want him to become an alcoholic. That would really disappoint me. And he was on the brink of it. I noticed that when Liz came in his life, he was drinking, but then I noticed after Liz started just, being Liz, and doing some of those red flags that I saw started happening, he started drinking more. I just don't get it, ladies. Let me ask you this. If you are dating a man and you love them, in my experience, okay, when I moved up here to be with Paul, I didn't fucking flood his bathroom. His place was a fucking mess. I cleaned I would scrub the floor with my hands and knees. The tub was fucking filthy. It took me hours to get it clean. Hours. You want to be on the up and up for your man, especially when you're in his house. Now, I already told you about how I am about my body. I'm obsessed with, I showed you some of my, back here in the back seat, the stuff I showed you yesterday on film. It's like $50 or more worth of just exfoliation products. I told you guys this. I'm obsessed with keeping my body, clean and stuff. But my house is a fucking wreck. But you know what? It's not that bad because I've been cleaning little by little each day. But, I have to work on myself first. If I don't feel clean, I'm not cleaning the house. So, I always have to feel, I'm always on the up and up, keeping myself clean. And, whenever I moved up here with Paul, I was always very decked. I would deck out. I would enjoy decking out. When you're with a man and you're trying to have a relationship, not only will you not make a fucking mess in his house, but you will want to fix up. You'll want to be cleaner. Now, I'm already, meticulously clean about my body. But I'm talking, I would be more, if I were to date and move in with another man ever again, it would be more I'd straighten my hair every day. I wouldn't just wash and condition it. I'd make sure it's nice and styled, and I'd go and make sure I keep my roots and everything touched up, and I'd have to make sure my nails were perfect, and I'd have to, I'd get, pedicures and manicures and stuff like that more frequently. I'd be more conscious of my outfit. I would pick out, different things to look cute, even when, like, lying around the house, right? Like, that's how I am in a relationship. And I'd want to go out and spend time with my man, not just stay in the house all the time, but, take walks. And we don't have to spend a lot of money. I've never been a freaking gold digger. Proof is in the pudding. I've never, asked out anybody that was really rich or anything. So, I mean, we can do, whatever you want to do. We can spend time together without, sorry, that's Marcus, and he doesn't want to be on film. We can spend time together without, he knows I'm here. I gotta go in. Bless his heart. Can you guys hear me? Can you press 18 if you can hear me? Oh, I think he may be leaving. Okay, yeah, he can do, it's his day off. He can do whatever he wants. You fear for Berg's folks? Yeah, I fear for his folks too. I fear for his folks too. Because for him to that video I saw of Kitten Cat showing his daddy screaming, and I couldn't understand, and the way he said, I'm live streaming, and he like cowered like a puppy dog to his dad, when just because he knew the live stream was on. I wonder how he treats his dad in order to make his dad holler at him like that in the first place. Mark, are you going somewhere? Yeah. Where are you going? You gonna go? No, you want me to give you a ride? Honey, it's clean now. You're gonna go pay your phone bill at Cricket? Or not Cricket. Okay, well, he thinks the car is still messy, but it's not. He can easily sit in the front seat. But it's good for him to get exercise anyway. I'm gonna go in. Is that an apple? I think this came off the tree. It's gonna, if it stays here, it's going to melt. But this came off the tree outside that I planted. People don't understand. They don't ripen. I'm going to have this. I'm going to peel this, wash. Actually, I'm not going to peel it because this has no pesticides on it. So I'm just going to wash it. Eat it kind of as is. Yeah, I don't like the sun. I don't like the heat, Embry. Oh no, Daddy took cod. Did he take cod? No, you covered cod up. Hey, little cod, how are you, baby? Come on. That apple ain't juicy at all, Dig. It's not juicy at all. Because they took it off the vine too fucking early. Unless it fell. Yeah. I wonder is Geg still here? What causes apples to be... I think it is because it's just been taken off the vine way too early. The inside tastes like... It has the texture of mashed potatoes. And it's not juicy. And it's extremely soft. Ugh. Yeah, there's no juice in that. It's literally like... It's like an apple, but... It's like puree. The inside is like apple puree, like really watered down apple puree that doesn't even taste much like an apple. But I'm eating it because it's got to have some kind of health benefit to it. The skin does anyway. Due to the fact that it's not got a bunch of pesticides and shit all over it. What do you mean, Embry? Give me an example. No, Crazy Daisy, don't leave. You're staying here with me. You're not being ignored, honey. Yeah, I am too. This is the first tree I've ever tried to grow, and I've got my neighbor's help with it, but what happened to it is we tried to turn it, but it's growing so big, the apples are growing faster than the tree. The apples are growing faster than the tree, so when they start to become big, there's 2 of them on there that are starting to be red, but due to where the tree is placed and the house is around, it's only red on one side and the other side is bright green. That's something I didn't think about when I planted it. So, and that's the second tree I've put out there. The first one was a pear tree that didn't work at all. So the little apple tree, it has that issue, and it has the issue of falling off the vine. The apples are falling off. They're growing rapidly, but they're falling off, and the tree is starting to slouch. The tree is like slouching, and the apples are only seeming to grow on the part of the tree that's sagging. And the tree is so little that the apples are growing, but the tree isn't growing with the apples at the same pace. It's like the tree is just still a little baby, but the apples that it's producing are like really big, and it's causing the tree to bend, to have like a natural curve, if it even survives at all. I can tell the fruit to you they found it in the yard because this is heavy. That tree is tiny. They found it in the yard and they wanted to pick it up before, it rotted, because once they rot and the fall leaves and stuff come, and it'll be a disaster. But putting an apple tree out here in this kind of climate was not a good idea. They need heat. Not North Carolina heat, but they need heat. And you've got to water them. Now that tree, you can't overwater them either. That tree has been perfectly watered. So it is producing good fruit. The fruit just is growing faster than the tree. As you can see right here how that's a little bit red. And then over here on this side, it's totally green. But you can see where the sun will start to tan it. See, there's houses, guys. Like, there's a house right beside mine. So and mine is, they're very tall. My house is very tall. The house I live in anyway. It's not my house, but you know what I mean. Let me show you my little tree out there. See the little tree? See it? Out. You can see the top of it out there. There you go. See how it slouches? See how it's slouching? But you can see the fruit on it, right? See how the fruit's growing but causing it to slouch? It's like the tree's not growing. How do I fix that? Where the fuck did Ged go? Yeah. Anyway. I don't know why Marcus always gets in a bad mood whenever I do fucking live streams. I don't know what his deal is with that. It's a beautiful day. I'm not your girlfriend. I mean, you... I don't know why you... I didn't know that today he was off. He didn't tell me. Oh, I know why he didn't tell me, though, because he didn't want to get my hopes up just in case he got called in or anything. I see now. Okay, Embry. Doorbell. Somebody's at the door. There's 14 of you in here. Why isn't anyone talking? Guys, come in here and talk. Trust me. You don't feel like, you have to carry the chat. Try to get over that anxiety, okay? I have it too. When I go into chats and nobody's really talking, but there are a lot of people watching, I get scared to comment because, I don't want to be the only one carrying the chat. But in here, you don't have to have that anxiety because I totally understand. Like, if you want to come in and just say, hi, Abby, I'm listening, I'm here, and then not say anything else, I would appreciate that. I'm just kind of curious to know who else is watching me, and I know some people hate watch, but then I've already had a few people come in and tell me they usually just lurk, like Kickstand, but, they don't talk a lot. I know that's like the 7th person now. No, that's the 8th person that has told me that they watch me, but they generally don't comment on anybody's stuff. So I know it's not all hate watchers, but we got some people that are hate watchers because there's always an asshole in every crowd, guys. But yeah, come in and talk to me. What do you guys think? I've talked about a lot of things in this stream. I'd love to hear your opinions. Even if they're different to mine, if you can express them in a respectful way, then I won't, you won't be kicked out of here. So, and if you do want to express your opinion and you can't do it in a respectful way, then you can always wait till the stream is over and leave a comment, because my comment section is a free-for-all, okay? It is, yeah. It's just totally uncensored. I don't delete any comments, and I don't want any of my mods doing so either. In fact, I don't know if... Did Embry time out Head Stomp, or did she hide him? I think I told her to hide him. Shit, she needs to unhide him, because now, unless I go to an actual computer, I won't be able to unhide him. Because whenever you hide them, don't all their comments disappear on you guys' end? Sorry about that, Head Stomp. I'll get you unhid, buddy. Hey, Uncle Dale's still here. Alright, Embry, can you unhide Head Stomp, Advil Head Stomp? Can you unhide him? Please unhide Advil Head Stomp. I enjoy some of the things him and I talk about. Even if he isn't a person I think he is, I pretend that he's that person. So it's all good in the hood. Will you let me know when you unhide him, Miss Embry? What are you doing today, Uncle Dale? What are you up to? Have you talked to Mom today at all? Have you talked to my mom at all? Because you told me your phone was broken, but then before I even started the live stream, I called it and it was ringing just fine. So I know it's not broke. Okay. Is she doing good? No, I told you to hide them. So you have nothing to be sorry for because I was the one that asked you to. So Advil Head Stomp, you are now unhidden from the channel. So if you would like to come in and comment, please do so. I'm going to type that out. Advil Head Stomp is now unhidden. Please come. Sorry, this is hard to do with the live stream going. The keyboard's so small on this one. Please come in and play with your abster. Thank you, Embry. I hate watermelon, Embry. Am I the only person that doesn't like watermelon? I tried to eat this apple, but it's pretty mushy. You want some of this cod? Cod may like it. The peel is what I want because the peel is very healthy because it's not got any pesticides on it. Give some to baby cod. There you go, baby. I know that's strange, isn't it, cod? You like that? Well, have some, baby. Mom. Got a hair on you. Say, Mom, I got a hair. My baby cod likes this mushy apple. Carey, is that really you? Because that's one of her accounts. What's the matter? Why are you being... Is that really you, Carey? Oh, I went through my bank statements, by the way, with Marcus. And I figured out why I'm now $262 in the fucking hole. Which I'm probably going to lose my car. But, oh well. It's because when the fucking insurance company upped my rate and started taking it out on the fucking 15th or the 10th instead of the 15th, they would overdraft my account because I didn't have the money in it. And they charged me, I only thought they'd be charging me a $30 overage fee, but they've been charging me $5 every single day since the 10th. That's how I've accumulated all that. Embry, you did a song for me? Oh my gosh! Let me see if I read this right. Embry says, "Hey Abs, later check your messenger. I did a song for you. You're not as good as normal it's not as good as normal because of my asthma." Oh, Embry, my sweet little Embry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Can you get rid of Carey? She's this fake Carey. This is really Carey. I don't know why she's pissed, but I don't really care. Can you hide her, please? She acts like Marcus is held prisoner here. You can have him, Carey. He's not held prisoner here. He comes and goes at his leisure. This is my apartment, Carey, not his. And I've made it clear that if he doesn't like me, or if I bother him, he can go. He's got 1 million friends. So, trust me, if he wanted to go, Carey, he would go. He's very happy here because I treat that man like a fucking king. And he knows it. Otherwise, he would fucking leave. He just doesn't like it when I do live streams. For some reason, he hates it. Even whenever I don't, show him, he fucking hates it when I live stream. Because he wants attention. But then when I'm off of it, he acts bothered. He'll go bring a little... I'll give him the attention he wants, and then he acts bothered. And then guess what? When I don't give him attention and I put my headphones in, he tries to get my attention every 5 minutes. He'll try to talk to me. That's how... He's a very difficult man to understand. Well, if you don't care, I don't care. So later... Get out of my channel. It's fucking stalker. Don't you have a kid that's recovering that you should be tending to? Maybe you should worry about Gabriel's recovery versus what my 39-year-old ex-boyfriend is doing. Who accidentally put a seed in my mouth. And I am praying for Gabriel's recovery. I know that you're very stressed out. If you want to take it out on me, go ahead, Carey. If I can handle Anderson for 10 years, I can definitely handle you, baby girl. And I don't hate you. I still love and adore my little Carey. Plus, I think Carey's a little threatened because she sees me being friends with you, and that's upsetting her too. But Carey is Carey. Carey's going to be Carey. I promise Carey that no matter what she ever did or how mad she ever got at me for whatever reason, that I would never dox her, and that, I just love the bitch so much. Damn. She's got that hold on me, oh. She can talk shit to me, and I still love her to death, and that is her. That is her. Miss Grasshopper. Embry, what did you sing about? What was your song about? I can't wait to hear it. I'm so honored. Oh my fucking gosh. I used to get real ecstatic with all the songs that Anderson made me over the years. So the last person that made me a song was I Want to Punch You, but she's real cool, but I've never really talked to her all that much. But Embry, you're so sweet. And you're so hot. And like I say, sweetie, anybody that comes in here and tries to attack you, just get rid of them. Don't even acknowledge them. Unless you want to. But that's what they want, Embry. They want to get a rise out of you. Now, what's my grasshopper doing? Unhide my grasshopper. Unhide her. Let her play. If she wants to come in here and act a fool, let her do it. Sure. Will you unhide Carey Bridges, or definitely a grasshopper? Will you unhide her? I know I told you to unhide her, but will you unhide her now? Oh my God. We were talking about that on the phone. Oh my God, really? No, that'll make me cry. I'll probably try to listen to that tonight whenever I pray. Or like before I read the Bible. I have to get into my Bible. I have been neglecting that. Come on back, little grasshopper. Yeah, bring her. Did you hide her, Em, or no? Because, see, I use Streamlabs, so what you're seeing on your computer is not what I'm seeing. Okay, so when somebody gets hidden, I don't see it. If you did hide her, will you please unhide? Definitely a grasshopper. She wants to go with Marcus. You know what? I'll set you up, Miss Grasshopper. Because freaking Rickington ain't ever home, apparently. Well, I don't know what you see in little Marcus ain't ever home either. And good luck communicating with him. Because he's a Virgo, just like you. Stubborn as fuck. Nitpicky about dirt and, just real, can do no wrong. The Virgos can never do any wrong. But boy, they'll quick to judge you and nitpick every little thing you do that's wrong. That's every Virgo I've ever met, male and female. But I tell you, I do love me some. I love the earth signs. The earth signs are the ones I've always fallen in love with, like Capricorns and the Virgos. But the water signs are what I really get along with. Like, I married a Cancer. My mom's a Pisces. She's my best friend. My fucking dad's a Cancer. I already said that Paul was a Cancer. And I get along with those people. So the Scorpios and shit, I don't get along with those people. Now, I don't take astrology that seriously. So if somebody tells me I'm a Scorpio, I'm not going to be like, ugh, I can't be your friend. No, of course not. But just like I don't know what it is about astrology, but it's a lot of it is true. Okay? A lot of it is true. So, and Uncle Dale's a Virgo. See, I told you I attract Virgos. I don't know why, but I always have. And the Capricorns too are an earth, and the Taurus. Okay, those are the earth signs. Those type of people are more well-grounded, more, they're homebodies more, they're stable, they're independent, they're hardworking, they're very nitpicky with cleanliness, to where I'm a Gemini, I'm an air sign, but I'm like the most major air sign there is as far as opposite goes, okay? I'm totally opposite from you earth signs. So you guys are stable and all that, but you guys are boring. You guys love your routine, but the Geminis are totally opposite. They're fluttering around, they're spontaneous, they never have a chip on. Well, I don't. They're usually free, lucky, easy going type of people. They're very good at communication. With a Virgo is not. A Virgo is horrible at communication. So if you don't communicate, it takes a Gemini to get a Virgo to communicate at all. And they're so quirky and weird. They're hard to understand. But I've attracted them all my life, the Virgo people. And my best male friend that I've never met now, but I've known him for 13 years, okay? 13 years I've known him. He's a Virgo with the same birthday as Marcus. It is insane. I attract, and then Carey I'm in love with, I fucking no homo, but she's a Virgo. Oh my God. But see, I think I attract you guys because you're so down to earth, stable, mundane and all that. Know that you crave the spontaneity that I can bring, that Geminis are known to bring. Okay? Plus, I'm really good at communication, so it's easy for me to get you to whereas, it's really hard for other people because you may come off as rude or prude or things like that. But I can see past that, so, yeah. How's that, Carrie? Sorry. Embry, did you or did you not unhide the grasshopper? Please unhide grasshopper, baby. Come back, grasshopper. I know you're stealing. You ever seen that meme that he's like, I know you're stealing? And he goes, the little black kid goes in the store and he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many niggers are in my store? And he starts counting his other black friends. That's what the black guy said. I don't care if you take offense to it or not. That's what I'm just literally repeating what he said. And then he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many niggers are in my store? 1, 2, 3, 4, I know you're stealing. And it's a hilarious, I think it's a Vine. I think that's a famous Vine. But I never got into Vine or anything like that, but they never should have shut that down. It was funny. But I do love the Virgos. Now, don't get me wrong, because the Gemini, I'm everything you Virgos are not. I'm total opposite of you. Which I could use. You could, learn some shit from me, and I need to learn some shit from you. I love attracting people that are opposite of me because I've always been the type of person to where I want somebody that's able to make up for what I lack and vice versa. It will not allow you to unhide for some reason. It's not an option. It's because she's hid the account. So that was definitely really her. She's still watching. Carey Bridges, get your fucking ass in here. You are still watching. You want to come in here and be a little troll, and I'm going to allow you to. It ain't as fun whenever somebody's not giving you, you're not getting the rise you want, is it, little girl? Huh? It ain't as fun. She's on Embry. She's either deleted or hid her account. That's why you can't unhide her. Unhide that shit, Carrie. Unhide it so we can unhide you, or either get in here in one of the million other accounts that you got, little girl. I'm sorry, Carrie. See, she gets real sensitive too. I'm sorry, Carrie, but you came in here insulting me. Randomly. Little Carrie came in here and she's like, free Marcus. Bitch, you just saw Marcus run off on a bike. He went to pay his phone bill. Fuck off, Joey's World Tours. No, I'm just kidding. You're a pretty funny troll. I remember thinking you were Haven at one point. Thank you for being my niece. I didn't really get a choice, Kevin. I was kind of born into it. Tell Mama I said, hey, what's up, Mama? Ask her if she took any steps today. What is my little Embry saying? It will not allow. All right. She said that they're too sensitive. You are so right. Oh, my God. The Virgos are sensitive. She's an Aquarius. Oh my God, Embry. No wonder we're getting along so well. I have always, every Aquarius I've ever met, except for one, I've always wanted to get to know them. I've always been attracted to the Aquarius people. The Aquarius attract the Geminis. But I think, and even though aren't we both air signs? Well, Aquarius, I thought, it was Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. That's a water sign. No, it's not an air sign. What am I thinking? Right? Am I right? They always get kind of, they always end up being like, I'm always too much for an Aquarius. They're always a little bit too, I'm just too wild for them. I don't know. But I've always wanted to have a Aquarius friend because I've tried to get along with many different Aquarius people, and I really like them. I like their personalities, but they usually like me too at first, and then when they see how wild and crazy I am, they just it's a little too overwhelming for them, and they usually back away. No, she didn't have therapy today. Why? Ask her why. Yep, one of my best friends is Gemini. Strong personality. Not all Geminis have strong personalities, but when you combined a lot of life experience and tragedy and things like that I've experienced, combined with my zodiac sign, oh yeah, I'm a strong personality. Now, in a relationship, I'm very submissive. I want to be anyway. I want to be really submissive, Embry. You have no idea how much I just want to come home, or I want to go back to the days where it was like with Paul, right? I want to have another if I ever get another relationship, Embry, I want it to be where I am submissive, I get to be the housewife, and all I have to do is worry about cleaning and looking pretty and taking and being there for my man and possibly having a child. That is what I want. I'm not dead. I'm not dying anytime soon. I mean, we all could die tomorrow, but I'm young. I'm good. I'm going to be here a long time. So the dialysis doesn't hinder me from being able to have those things. And especially the more that I continue, Carey helped me realize this, and I have to thank her for this. She helped me realize that I really got to put myself first in order to be able to help anybody else. And ever since me and her really talked about that and I started doing it, I've been a lot happier. I've been a lot more stress-free, And I've been able to, when somebody tries to trigger me or get mad, instead of being real mad always, and it's not always, I mean, I do get mad, but it's a lot less. Like, they're affecting me a lot less than they were before I was putting everybody else before myself. So, we'll see. Okay, because it's the weekend. Yes, Carey is correct. Yeah, but, I mean, you just saw her now. She's coming in here. What did she say? Let me scroll on up. Because that other one was her, too, then. If the definitely grasshopper was her, and I know that was, then that other one was her, too. Oh, Embry, give me another example, if you can think of one, of where Bergs has been abusive to his parents, because I'm really concerned when I saw that video the kitty cat uploaded. Yeah, she is in a mood. That's alright, though. She can be in a mood with me. Here she is. She said, hold on, guys. Streaming from your car. Using people, taking hundreds of dollars from people, and using poor Marcus. I haven't taken hundreds of dollars from anyone. I've given hundreds of dollars. Carey has a beard. Geg said Carey has a beard? ? Georgia Guidestone, that's how high are you? I'm not high. I'm not on anything. You are lucky to have snow removal. Anderson has emotions. If I was placing a wager in Reno, definitely betting against that. Do you live? Okay. Alright, I'm scrolling back down. Yeah, that was her. That's all she said. Okay. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Hey. Hey, Mark. How are you? Oh, I like those shorts. I don't know what the hell his problem is today. Do you not like that I'm live streaming? Is that what's wrong? I mean, what's the matter?
Maybe I don't like the fact that when you were getting me a burger, you waited over 2 hours to finally get it to me.
It took 20 minutes to get the damn thing.
So that means 2 hours later?
No, but I didn't know you were off today.
You're like, oh, here you go.
Why didn't you tell me you were off today? Where is your burger?
I ate it. I had to
Okay.
heat it up 'cause
I'm
it's cold.
sorry, babe, that I waited. I didn't know I was gone for 2 hours. An hour of that almost was getting to the place, getting it, and bringing it back here.
How does it take you an hour to get down
Because
the halfway drive?
because I had to like beg them to make it. They didn't want to do it. I had to talk to the manager. Because you sent me at like 10:16. By the time I got there, they were done with breakfast. He's mad because I got him.
And your car's not clean.
Yes, it is. It's clean enough to sit in. Hey, God. Oh, did you see those apples on the apple tree outside? How they're starting to ripen only on one side? I don't know how to fix that because the sun doesn't... the house blocks the sun. I just had one of them off of it, and it's really mushy inside. It doesn't taste bad, but the texture of it is like mashed potatoes, and it's not juicy. But it tasted good. Cod liked it. So that's why he's upset, guys. Sorry, Marcus, that I didn't bring your burger in fast enough. Sorry that you're right. I should have, as soon as I got it and got home, I should have brought it up here, and I usually do. So I'm sorry about that.
It's funny how that and a drink cost $20.
No, it didn't cost 20
bucks. You didn't have no change for me.
The change is in the car. I didn't get myself anything. I got a $4 Red Bull with some flavoring in it. And I had one of those apples off of the tree outside. Where is my drink? Here it is. But yeah, I got the change. I'll give it to you. Because I put it in a special place in my car where nobody can get it. She wants me to call her. Of course I'll call Mama. It is so dry up here, Uncle Dale, that I don't know what it is. But, there's nothing coming out of my throat. But I feel like I got a frog in my throat sometimes due to how dry the air is. But nothing comes up. Rarely. Did she say anything important, Uncle Dale? Like, Mom's okay, right? I just talked to her yesterday. I tried calling her this morning before I started this live stream, Kevin, and she, I don't know. Maybe after the corona's done, you can visit her and you can, show her one of my streams. And I'll show my face in it and everything so she can see me. Ugh. Well, shit, I've been streaming. There's no freaking way it took me 2 hours, Mark, because I've only been streaming 2 hours and 23 minutes. I know she's okay. I'm glad. I hope she can end up... Oh, did you tell her about the rates for the hotel, Uncle Dale? Did you tell her, how I drove around while you were on the stream and I showed you a couple different hotels? Since she doesn't know she'll be able to get upstairs into mine and to visit me. Plus, she doesn't, she can't live here with me and Marcus. She don't want to upset Marcus. And there's no room. But basically, did you tell her that I went to the freaking lighthouse exactly where she wants to stay? Did you tell her about how I talked to them and I asked them about the different rates for the different seasons, and they said it was $280 right now, and it's between $245 to $260 a week during the fall and spring and winter. What did she say? Was she okay with those rates or what? Or did you tell her the rates or not? I'm going to end the live stream in a minute. I'm going to end it. When Embry gets back and I'm able to tell her bye, I'm going to end it. I gotta take my carvedilol, which is to bring my blood pressure down, and it slows the heart down. Oh, what did she say? Was she excited? Was she excited, or did she seem kind of like, oh no, like that's too much? Oh, she's okay with the rates. She's looking forward. Nice. Yeah, it'll be awesome to have Mom up here. It's years away. Hopefully not hopefully not more than 3 years. I'm thinking within 3 years she'll be up here. Well, I can just hit Embry up later. It's been 5 minutes, 23, 24, 25, 6. Yeah. She's been gone a lot longer than 5 minutes. So, I'm going to go, guys. Anybody want to say bye before I leave? I'm going to do my countdown, and then I'm going to end the stream. It has been a pleasure talking to all of you, and I greatly appreciate all of you coming in. So I'm going to count down from 10. And then, hey, what's up, Wingstar? Oh my God, Wingstar. Yep. But maybe come and visit me more, Wingstar. I miss you, darling. So again, we're going to count down from 10. And after 10, at 0, I'll again thank everybody. And then I will be shutting off the stream. So again, thank everybody for coming. Hope you all have a magnificent Sunday, because I know I will. Every day is a beautiful, precious gift from our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let's pray for each other. Let's try to build each other up. I know that's hard, but if we can't build each other up, then at least, let's try to work on loving ourselves, so that way we can, help each other naturally. Well, if we just work on loving ourselves. Can't help anybody if we don't love ourselves, guys. So, here's the countdown. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's been a great stream. Abster loves you. Over and out. Over and out.